Yo guys, how's it going? Welcome back to a brand new COD mobile video. As you can see by the title guys, in this video I'll be doing the top 5 SMGs in season 4 of Call of Duty Mobile. I actually haven't done a video like this in a while. I didn't make one last season because there weren't much balance changes the previous season, but there were actually a lot of changes made to guns this season, and for SMGs in particular they did receive a increase in mobility and damage, so that will be very interesting to see. So before I get into it guys, I want to ask you a small favor to just go ahead and hit a like on this video. Every single like this video gets, I will do one push-up, so go ahead and help me to keep in shape and just drop a like on this video. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. So guys, at number 5 I do have the fennec, and I know it's pretty weird seeing the fennec on any top 5 list. Now at a very close range, the fennec is basically unbeatable. It has the fastest rate of fire of any gun in the game, and the mobility is also a contributing factor to the fennec being such a OP gun at close range. Now the downside to the fennec is that it actually takes a bit of skill to use, because one, it does have a turbo vertical recoil, and additionally because of the high fire rate you have to be as accurate as possible because your shots will run out really fast. And my real issue with the fennec is its lack of versatility. I mean, even though this thing is a monster at close ranges, don't even try to contest gunfights at mid or long distances because it is almost impossible for you to win with the fennec. So obviously this fennec will be specialized for certain maps and modes, and since using it I realized that it's actually pretty dominant in hardpoint, because obviously if you are playing OBJ on hardpoint, most of your fights will be at a very close range. Additionally, I realized that maps like Nuketown Russia, Summit, Shoot House, and those maps that they are mostly close range fights, that is where the fennec actually dominates the most. Alright, let me go to my gunsmith. So this here is the fennec class guys, and I know that it might look weird, but don't worry. A tryhard that means with fennec actually gave me this class, and I was actually using it today and it was actually pretty good. So firstly, the monolithic suppressor. I'm also using the classic red dot. The first time I tried using the fennec I didn't really like it that much because the iron sight is just way too confusing. I'm also using the no stock OWC laser, which is default on most classes, and I'm also using the extended mag A. And one thing that I noticed guys, if the recoil is just way too much for you to control, what I would do is take off the no stock and put on a foregrip. So for me I'd probably put on the strike foregrip or something. At number 4 we do have sitting the GKS, and the GKS has always been a consistent weapon on this list. However, I don't think it is as strong as it always was right now, because they did do something to it this season that I don't particularly like. Now why I prefer the GKS, as I always said, its versatility. The GKS was once the best SMG for dealing with mid and long range fights. However, this season COD Mobile actually nerfed the range of SMGs in general, so with the GKS now it's a bit hard to get all your shots on target when your enemies are at a mid-range, because there was a increase in the horizontal recoil. But regardless, the GKS is still a pretty solid weapon. Now guys, let me just say it was extremely difficult to choose the top 3 guns, because these are all basically similar as it relates to certain factors. So here we go. Alright guys, so for my GKS class I also did make a few minor changes as well. So first I'm using the YKM integral suppressor. I'm also using the YKM combat stock, because obviously the GKS can't use no stock and we want this build to be as fast as possible. I am also using the granulated grip tape, the 45 round extended mag, and I'm also using the OWC laser. Now, and as I did mention, I did make a small change, so I did actually remove the YKM combat stock and put on the monolithic suppressor, because I realized that this makes the GKS a lot more competitive at ranges. At number 3 we do have the PP19 Bizon. Now I know I might get attacked for this, but I just believe that the PP19 does lack some factors that could make it a really solid SMG. Now the PP19's damage and range is very similar to the GKS's, especially when you use the large caliber ammo. It is pretty decent at close ranges, however guns with a higher fire rate like the fennec or the QQ9 will give you a very hard time, making the QX most dominant at mid ranges, which I would regard as 15 to 30 meters. Also, the QQ19 has the most unnoticeable recoil of all the guns that I have mentioned so far on this list, but as I said, I just couldn't put the PP19 any higher on a list of SMGs because I don't think it's very competitive at close ranges with other SMGs. Alright, so this is my Bizon class, so let me jump into the gunsmith. So again, I am using the monolithic suppressor. I'm also using no stock, the granulated grip tape, the large caliber ammo, which as I said is very integral because it makes me not have to be aiming for body shots. And I'm also using the OWC laser. As you can see, this is a bit different from my last PP19 class that I made. I just made some adjustments to make it a bit better. At number 2, I do have the QQ9, and the last time I made a video like this, I believe I ranked the QQ9 as the best SMG in the game. However, it did get a few changes this season. Now, other than the fennec, the QQ9 is the fastest killing SMG at close range. The reason why I don't have it at number 1 anymore, there's now actually some pretty noticeable recoil on the QQ9, and as such, it doesn't really make that much of an impact in mid-range fights. Additionally, now the QQ9 has a turbo aim shake that, combined with the recoil, now it is a lot harder to control. For my QQ9 class, guys, I just don't think that this class can be topped. I've been using this for such a long while now, but I've made a few changes here and there. So firstly, I'm using the monolithic suppressor. I'm also using the RTC recontact long. So with both of those attachments, the QQ9 is much better at range. I am also using the no stock for increased mobility, so obviously I'll be able to move around the map very fast. I'm also using the OWC laser, increased ADS time, and I'm also using the 45 round extended mag. And as I always say, some people might prefer to use the 10mm 30 rounds, but you can use them interchangeably, I guess, and see which is better. And at number 1, we have, of course, the QXR, and this has been very popular since recently in ranks and scrims. The QXR right now is the most all-rounded gun in COD Mobile. It has a very fast rate of fire. You have the ability to win gunfights at every range, and this has one of the fastest rates of fires of all the SMGs right now. The QXR was also given a slight range buff this season between 18 and 25 meters, and I don't even think I need to explain too much why I have the QXR as the number 1 gun right now, because one, it can compete with most guns at very close ranges because of its high fire rate, decent ADS time, and all that stuff, and it's also very competitive at mid ranges as well with a very minimum recoil. Alright guys, so here is my QXR class. I actually did change my class and then I changed it back because they did increase the mobility and decrease the accuracy. So firstly, I'm using the monolithic suppressor. I'm also using the enhanced bolt, which does actually slightly increase the rate of fire. I'm also using the OWC laser. I'm using the fast reload, and I'm also using the granulated grip tape. So as I said, I did change the granulated grip tape to the no stock, but since season 4 I actually changed it back. Alright guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did make it to the end, please be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet. Hit a like, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.